Good. So, I'll wait for some of you to come on. Hopefully today we'll have better luck than yesterday. If you do hear noise in the background, I do have a fan going. I have my filter for my air conditioner kind of soaking right now, so I'm cleaning her off. So, it gets hot in here pretty quickly just because of how the house is set up. So, if you hear a fan, you probably can see my peacock feathers in the background moving. It's to keep your girl cool. But I got some coffee, and we're going to try to do this again since yesterday was such an utter disaster, and I do apologize for that. Jessie slept the rest of the day yesterday. She's chewing on her foot currently, and we're going to have a nice get ready with me. Now, yesterday I did comb through my hair while we were on camera. She hates the fan, though, so she's like trying to hide. Okay, let me get her all set so she can hide from the fan because she hates it. Okay, you good? You good? Okay. That's my good girl, yes. So now she's under the covers, hiding away from the fan. Oh, thank you. So I did already comb my hair through earlier because I used a conditioner they kind of had to put in right away after you wet your hair. It's already kind of looking... My hair has got a natural curl to it, but it's so thick it turned out to be kind of more of a beach wave. But with the humidity, it is just a mess in general. So I'll probably put it back in a scrunchie at some point. I'll do it now. So I also have a mirror sitting here. So you'll probably catch me looking at it while I'm doing part of my makeup today. But here is hoping that today will be a little bit better than yesterday as far as the connection. It being Sunday, I'm assuming that a lot of the out-of-towners are heading back to their homes. So I'm hoping that that is the case so that we don't have interrupted service while we're doing this. Good morning, Joe. Sorry about yesterday's video being so choppy. Hopefully today will be better. So I'm hoping. I really hope that my internet provider will do better in the future, but I have no hope for that. So I got my coffee. Do you got yours? Your coffee, your tea, your mimosas? Tell you I need that. Anyway, so I showered already. I did my hair, and I washed my face. And I look at like this humidity has got me like all sorts of like messed up. Just the breakouts around the face area aren't that bad, but it's been horrible. Oh, tearing down stairs. That's cool. Well, yesterday. Okay, so I'll explain to you. This is my tea tree water toner from Lush. I love this stuff. This one and the rose one I really, really enjoy. Hello. Good to see you too. Thank you. There is a third one, but that one has chamomile, so I don't use it. But the tea tree one is the one I tend to use the most because it is really good for breakouts. I've been using tea tree oil for years. I also have this Burt's Bees complexion stick, which I'm probably going to use today as well because it's just too hot to use an actual thick. I have this moisturizer, and then I have my drink of H2O, which is amazing. Ooh, that sounds really nice. I need my own pool one day. One day. Guys, pray that I find my house. Because now with the pandemic, like I said, a lot of out-of-staters are coming here from like New Jersey and New York. And they're buying up the property, and the house that I was going to buy went up literally $100,000. So now like the market has just gone insane. So I am keeping my hope up. But it still stinks. I was so let down because it was so... I've had my eye on this place for years. I've been waiting for it to go on the market for so long. It just was the cutest house with the cutest, like, bay window. But it wasn't meant to be. Nice. My best friend is actually going to be building an indoor pool at some point. So I know I'm putting a lot on, but the fans, like, drop quicker than I can put it on. So, depending on the day and depending on what I feel my skin needs is what I will put on. So, I will be putting on, you know what, let me get my brightener. So, I think this is very thick, and I've been using this for years, but like this is when I didn't know what to use as far as a moisturizer. But I wanted to use something. I've been using this since like my early 20s. I always use an anti-wrinkle moisturizer. And it's not bad, but like, I didn't know what to use. I didn't know what products were good. I've gotten a little bit better at what's good for my skin and stuff, but this is very, very thick. Not that it's not good, it's just like with how hot it is and like how you're sweating, it's not ideal right now. It's more of like a winter kind of thing. But I do love this drink of H2O, and I do like the Drunk Elephant, but I'm trying to use up other items first. I use my Drunk Elephant cream when I use my cleanser, but I'm trying to use up my Cetaphil cleanser right now because it's just been sitting there for a while. But what we're going to start with is my Tarte eye brightening treatment. This stuff is really good. My best friend's sister turned me on to the Tarte skincare line and actually the Drunk Elephant line. And they're both really good. I do enjoy both of them. Even though the Drunk Elephant cleanser, I have a love-hate relationship with it because it smells so bad. I do not, I'm sleepy. I do not like the way it smells because it smells like cantaloupe, and to me cantaloupe just stinks. But the cleanser works amazing, and I love it. Okay, so next we're going in with Drink of H2O. This is very hydrating, and it smells amazing. It soaks into the skin so beautifully. Have a sippy of your sip stuff. And this is my Sunday coffee cup. I know I used it yesterday, but that's because my regular coffee cups were drying, so this is my favorite cup. It was a Starbucks cup from like about 5 years ago. I'm not wearing any heels. I got out of the shower, so I'm just wearing yoga pants and this top. But yeah, like that was like the last time that I think that the Starbucks cups were really super cute. Hi, how are you? Was their Christmas line like 5 or 6 years ago? I really loved that line, but it hasn't been the same since. Like, it was all glamour and glitz and everything your girl loves, though. So we're gonna put on this drink of H2O. Now I still have this thing in there only because there's a ton of product on it and I don't want it getting on the lid. So I just take the product off of here. It feels so good on. It smells amazing. It's just like a water jelly cleanser. It's really nice. And before we get into everything, just to let you know, you guys know I'm not a professional. It's French roast coffee, actually. I'm not a professional as far as makeup. I don't think I'm bad at doing makeup, but I'm not a beauty guru, so I don't want people coming. I've seen so many people, like, attack other YouTubers for, oh, well, you didn't do your liner perfect. Like, we're human people. We're human. Like, don't be bringing people down. You should be bringing people up. There's too much negativity and hate in this world as it is. Why do we gotta be doing that? You know? Like, I'll never understand trolling either. I don't understand it. Do you have nothing better to do with your time or your life than to troll people on the internet? Or even in real life? Like, I don't know. There always will be bullies, unfortunately. It's just how you handle it. So always don't forget to do your neck. Very important to moisturize your neck. You don't want to have a flawless looking face and a wrinkly neck one day. Oh, this is just hydrating. So. I love the way it smells. It smells so good. I've been using this on and off for quite some time. I have a chamomile allergy, so it took me forever to figure out which of my products. I know it sounds so stupid. I get it. But I had a bunch of products that I've been using, like, for a decent amount of time. I could never figure out, like, oh, I had to stop using it because my skin's breaking out. Well, it's because of the product. So I know that sounds so horrible. But because there's 2 different chamomiles, so there's 2 different Latin words for it, and I only knew the one at the time. But I figured it out. I was like, I got you. I figured that one out really quick. So we're just gonna wait for that to kind of sink in a little bit with my stuff that we've used. I'm gonna do the same look as I did yesterday, considering how bad and choppy the footage was, so you really couldn't appreciate what was going on in the video. So we're just gonna pretend like it didn't happen. I ended up deleting those videos because of just how bad it was. It just didn't go well at all. And I'm sorry about that, guys. I was looking forward to doing it so much, and then, you know, that happened. But that's okay. So what I'm going to start with is my Urban Decay Primer. This one's almost dead. I really should cut this part off and just try to depot it like a lot of girls do. I have the Christmas one that came out, but I also have an Anastasia one around here. I think it's actually in my train case, but why does my voice sound fluttery? What the heck? Okay. But, it's actually pretty almost dry. Let me see. I think there's actually product still in here. Oh, there's some. That should be enough. I really need to depot this. And just put the primer on. Am I in sales? I used to be at one point. I've worked in almost every kind of job you can think of. I guess my longest career thus far was probably the restaurant world. Because the minute I could start working, I did. And by the time I was 15, 16, I had 2 jobs, which I'm pretty sure is considered illegal, but one of them was like family owned, so it kind of like went undiscovered, you know. And I was in high school and I was working, I want to say close to 30 hours back, you know, then, which looking back, like as an adult, that's like probably not good, but you know, it's what I did. So these are my brushes. Now this thing is awesome. My best friend gave me this for Christmas. It's a little sponge, and in between putting on your eyeshadow, you take your brush and put it through here, and it cleans it for you. Like, I'll show you because I need to clean it. Like, you can see there's some eyeshadow underneath there. It needs to be cleaned. But it traps it all in the bottom. Oh, thank you. I was, at one point in my career, a customer service representative. Like, I would talk on the phones. Which, that's not an easy job. Like, I know people are like, oh, you're on the phone all day. And yes, but normally when people call businesses, it's because they're typically upset. Normally, it's very rare. I mean, I did get them when they would call and be like, hey, your business is great, thank you. But 9 times out of 10, these customers are calling because they're upset. And, you know, they're cursing, they're this, they're that. It takes a lot of skill to turn that situation around, to calm them down. I was really good at it. Like, 'cause you have to understand, like, they're just people. Like, I'm sure they're not, I mean, maybe some of them are mad all the time, but they're just frustrated, they're upset, they just want answers. And you know, you gotta have that kind of mindset. I was very good at turning it around, and, like, in the end, like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm just frustrated, and, you know, it's fine, thank you, you've been such a help. I was very, very good at that. But, I mean, it can definitely wear on you, or if you don't have, like, a thick skin, getting yelled at or being called certain names could definitely affect you. And, like, I mean, there were some days that were better than others. Yep, exactly. Your job is to kind of, like, calm them down, tame them a little bit, and to fix the problem that they're having. But, I mean, like, I've been there, too. And I guess working in that kind of environment, even before that, because I worked in the restaurant business and I saw people would treat my wait staff and stuff like that, people are just cruel if they deem your job as, like, a lower form than their own. Like, say, this is just an example. I'm not saying that this is for this particular occupation. Say that they were a doctor or a lawyer or whatever their occupation was. And then they would come across, like a girl that worked at McDonald's as a cashier or something like that. I've seen people treat people, like, in even just, like, cashiers at, like, the grocery store, especially now with the pandemic, so poorly because they deem them as lower than themselves. And that's just horrible. I have never, ever, ever treated anybody in any job with disrespect. I was told and taught to treat the CEO the same as you would treat the janitor. Like, everybody deserves respect, regardless of their job title. Like, you know, people work at McDonald's, 9 times out of 10, they're kids. You know, that's their first job. Or maybe that, you know, guy that looks like he's in his 30s, maybe he just lost his job. Maybe there was some massive downsizing, and he's got a family to feed. So he can't just wait for something like a higher pay. He's got to do something to feed his family. So you really can't judge people by what they do for a living, and I hate it when people do that. Or maybe that woman you see as a cashier at Home Depot, maybe that's her second job. Maybe her other job is teaching, or maybe something else. Like, it doesn't, you don't know anybody's situation. So it always bothered me when I see people, and I've said things to people, like in line, like if I've been at Walmart, so I was like, hey, don't be disrespectful. It's not her fault that the item is $10 and you thought it was $4. If she could change the price for you, she would. Trust me, because she doesn't want this confrontation. But that's what happens. But I've always treat people with respect, and I really wish more people would, because it's, especially now with what I'm seeing with all of these out-of-towners coming in, I definitely seen a lot more disrespect towards the people in the community. And I'm not saying that I don't want people not to travel. What I'm trying to say is, like, when I travel to different places that I'm not from, like when I went to Bermuda and stuff like that, I will, like I said, I don't treat people poorly. So you have to respect the locals. They live there. This is their home. This is their environment, you know? And especially, like, because a lot of these people that are here, they're looking to buy houses. Like, if you want to be part of the community, you need people of them as well. Oh, here we go again with the reconnecting. No. I feel like you did this last time at around 20 minutes. I really hope this isn't going to be a thing throughout the whole video. Really don't want it to be. But anyway, I will try to talk with you as we're reconnecting. So I'm using my Beauty Killer palette from Jeffree Star, and I'm using the color Courtney as my base. So I'm hoping that it reconnects soon, guys. Oh, please don't play this game with me again. But I just feel like if you're coming to an area and you're going to live there, don't be treating the locals poorly. Don't be treating anybody poorly. And I feel like I've definitely been seeing that a lot more lately. I had an experience with that myself on Friday. And it just puts a bad taste in people's mouth when you do stuff like that. But, yeah, so I do see it says it's reconnecting, but I look like I'm moving relatively normal, so we're just going to continue. So I put Courtney down as the base of my lid. And so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to kind of do a little bit of a smoke on the corner, and I'm going to use this color Vanity, which is a super, it's coming off as black on camera, but it's actually a really, really dark brown, almost black. It's still saying it's reconnecting, so I'm not sure how much of this you're actually getting. Please don't do this. Please don't do this. Fingers crossed, guys. And I feel like if I try to come back on, like if I end the video and redo it, that we're still... And wait. It's going to be very difficult. Because last time I complained to my internet provider, they told me that there was nothing they could do, but they definitely need to do something. I spoke to my brother yesterday about this, and I'm not even sure how much of me you're actually hearing. I'm not sure how choppy the vocal part of it is. But I did talk about it briefly on here yesterday, but this is being so choppy. Maybe I should just try talking to the camera instead of just doing my makeup. I need to get out of here. Come on, please. So, if it's going to continue doing this, guys, my name on Instagram is the same as on here. So, I think I will have to make my announcement on there. Well, right now, it seems to be doing good. I don't know why. But, I feel like it's only temporary. But I guess we'll just get started. I have opened up an OnlyFans page finally, and it's Michelle Vixina Official. So it's the name you see, plus official at the end. And we're going to be doing daily pics on there. There's not going to be any nudity. It's just outfits that are a little bit more they're just outfits that are a little bit more, you know, shorter and stuff like that that I can't really do on here. And I think we're going to reconnect because I see we're getting choppy. But anyway, so yeah, I started that about a week ago. It's finally up and running. A couple of you were already on there because I think you heard me speak about it in yesterday's video before everything went away. But it's OnlyFans, Michelle Vixino. At least one video. It's reconnecting. We're going to be doing at least one video on there. I'm aiming to do 2 a week plus daily pictures. So I'm really excited for that. It's something that we've been talking about for quite some time. We've been talking about doing a Patreon or something along those lines for a long period of time. But I finally... Come on. Come on. Please. Please work. I don't know how many of you follow me on Instagram, but I am more... Alright guys, so I am going to switch this over to an... Come on. Last shot, guys. Last shot. Come on.